Howdy everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to This Week in Esports and Gaming for the third week of August 2022. I'm your host 𝗠𝗿 and let's get right into it. For our first top 3 story, the UnionGG have revealed how much it costs to run an esports org in Brazil, at least their esports org. So first of all, this is simply really cool from the Esports Insider and the UnionGG for revealing all their costs for their esports org in Brazil. So the CEO Luiso Felipe spoke about the numbers. So let me just read them off to you here. You know, all these numbers are in Brazilian reals as well, so just be aware of that. So their total investment planned by the org for 2022 was around 1.5 million to 2 million Brazilian reals. The team is 50% owned by the poker team Midas, and the org received an 800,000 Brazilian real sponsorship from Betfast, one of their partners. The average salaries for the players on their CSGO and Valorant rosters are around 5,000 Brazilian real, and signing a player Pank to their Valorant team costs about 25,000 Brazilian real, and signing a CSGO player 𝗠𝗿 costs about 15,000 Brazilian real. So some income is also generated from influencers who earn about 3,000 to 4,000 Brazilian real monthly, and the union employees earn average about 4,000 Brazilian real monthly. And Luis mentioned that 0% of the revenue of an esports org now comes from the performance of its teams. He says it's all about the brand deals and the influencers, which I think is pretty well known, I think, throughout the space, but it's good to hear it confirmed by someone who actually works on the esports org. I think it's really awesome to see so many of these numbers from an esports org themselves. It's also especially different given that there's different regions where the esports orgs operate, so costs might be higher in the US versus maybe Germany versus maybe China and Brazil. So all around the world, the costs do adjust based on wherever they are, right? Some things might cost more or less in various countries, but this does confirm my thought process that sponsorships still make up a big portion of an org's operating revenue to stay afloat. You can calculate here that their Betfast sponsorship pays for most of their CSGO and Valorant team salaries, if you just do the math there. So we'll see how many teams, also disclose this information in the future. I don't think it's going to happen a lot, but I respect the UnionGG for letting everyone know about their costs, and we'll see how it keeps going. Aonic purchased Exmox for around $100 million. Exmox is a marketing platform based out of Germany that has created marketing campaigns for various game companies since 2015 with a focus in mobile gaming. Aonic says it intends to strengthen its advertising operations with this purchase, and that Exmox possesses an expert level of knowledge to help Aonic scale within the ad tech space and beyond. So what's interesting about this announcement, in my opinion, is how financially large it was, but how seemingly small this was on social, right? There's not a lot of people talking about this on Twitter or Instagram or things like that. I believe this is simply because of the games that Exmox and Aonic work on. They're not necessarily huge AAA community titles that are community building based. Aonic focuses on kids games, mobile game tech, and VR. And then Exmox also does mobile gaming or mobile game marketing opportunities here. So it's not necessarily the biggest thing for social, but it's a big investment. I think it shows how large of a space mobile is globally. So while it's not necessarily the biggest in the United States, as I've seen on social, right, I believe it's growing, and I hope to see more investment around mobile, whether it be in the studios or tech like Exmox, to help the mobile gaming space grow even further. Riot Games has unveiled their path for Tier 2 teams in Valorant. The new system called Challenger Circuit will be the pathway for regional teams to access Valorant's international leagues. And this is interesting because of the exclusive international leagues that have been announced, which resulted in many orgs pulling out of Valorant Esports as an unviable financial option, right? If they can't get a spot in the league, then there's obviously no reason to have your team playing in tournaments that don't really even make them money. So this system will launch in 2023 with 21 regional leagues globally, and Riot has promised comparable production to international league broadcasts so that, these teams that are in these tier 2 leagues and pathways are actually still getting exposure as well. Supposedly at the end of each challenger year, the 3 overarching territories will host a new tournament where winners will be granted 2-year access to their corresponding international league. So while much of this is still currently being learned by the teams, it seems vaguely familiar to what is happening with CSGO Esports with ESL Pro League and the partnered teams there. So currently with ESL, there are many permanent partner teams that participate in the season every single time around, where there's some other smaller teams that come from qualifiers or rankings, which means that there's still opportunities for smaller orgs, but also guaranteed slots for the orgs that pay for them. So is this the best option for smaller orgs? I don't know. It seems like it at the moment. That's the best they can do right now if they want to expand in the future, but I'm curious to see how orgs will react, when they get in, let's say, into the actual international league, if there's a process from going from that challenger to the permanent partner team in Riot Games or, in Valorant's leagues, things in the future. I'll continue to follow up on Valorant Esports ecosystem as it develops. Speaking of Riot Games, for partnerships, Tiffany and Company partner with Riot Games. This is a multi-year partnership that will see Tiffany redesign the League of Legends World Championship Summoners Cup that will be revealed on August 29th. Apparently the cup will be made using sterling silver and will weigh around 44 pounds. So it's cool to see this sort of partnership take place as well. It's not very traditional compared to a lot of other partnerships. ENT's partnered with 𝗠𝗶. The two orgs will work together to invest in finished esports space and create content together, and this comes after ENT previously had a partnership with Telia, which is a competitor telecommunications company to 𝗠𝗶 in Finland. Heroic partnered with 𝗠XTRFY. Heroic will be provided with 𝗠XTRFY's mice, mousepads, and keyboards, in addition to working with 𝗠XTRFY and developing new products for their esports and gaming division. Butler University partnered with Beast Coast. Beast Coast will use Butler University's esports park for training purposes, and they will also connect with the esports collegiate scene in the Midwest area. Honestly, this is a smart move for Butler University to operate its physical esports and gaming space as a business so they can continue to make some money back from it. As far as finance and M&A goes, Adam Switch raised $3.4 million in a round led by Hero Capital and 1UP Ventures, with funding being used to develop its debut PC and console title, Infestation, which is a multiplayer FPS game. The esports betting odds provider 𝗠𝗿𝗖𝗶 raised a $4.5 million Series A. The funds will be used to scale the company, develop new verticals, and improve its portfolio of services, and the round was led by its current investors as well as Genting Ventures and Velo Partners. The Pokemon Company pledged $25 million to philanthropic initiatives with a focus on supporting social equity and improving the lives of children within this $25 million donation. The organizations donated to are intended to be long-term partners that Pokemon can continue to support for the next 5 years at the very least. As far as workforce changes go, Astrid Crochet Spinelli joins Amphris as the VP of Business Development. Astrid has lots of sales experience in the media space, from Octopia most recently to Taboola to Fox and Eurosport APAC in the past. She holds a master's degree in communication and marketing strategy from Celsa Paris Sorbonne. John DeHart joins Belong Gaming as the Director of Marketing. He was previously with Engine Gaming and Media for the past year or so, and was also with eUnited for around 5 years doing marketing and strategy before that. He will start by supporting the Optic Day 2022 initiative with Belong Gaming Arenas. Ko Kento joins Riot Games as a brand manager. He spent the past year at ByteDance doing APAC marketing for Nuverse, and he's done marketing in the past for NetEase, and he's now working on strategy and entertainment for Riot. He holds a master's degree from Central St. Martin's University of the Arts, London. Andrea Schneider joined SciPlay as the Director of Global Communications. She has 20 years of experience in marketing communications and worked with clients like Zynga, American Express, and Rockstar Games in the past. She was previously Director of Public Relations for Atari in 2005, and she holds a bachelor's degree from American University. Sungwon Kim joined CJ Foods as the Sports Sponsorship Marketing Manager. Sungwon is a good buddy of mine and has been in the gaming space for a bit now. He's worked with the 76ers, ESL Gaming, and Zero Code in the past, doing a variety of sales and marketing roles, and he holds a bachelor's degree in sports management from Syracuse University. Caleb Neal joins British Esports as the Head of Education. He was previously a NASA Fellow at the North American Scholastic Esports Federation and has been in the sports industry in the past as well. He holds a Bachelor of Arts from Liverpool John Moores University. Lasse Svan joins Heroic as a performance coach, and he was previously a professional handball player since 2002 and is an Olympic gold medalist as well, so he has tons of experience in the sports space. He will focus on making sure that the CSGO team has their emotional, physical, and mental needs met. Krista Wittenberg has been promoted to the VP of Global Retail Sales and Channel Marketing at Meta. She's been with Meta for quite a while now, starting off with Oculus in 2016, then joining Facebook proper for 4 years before promotion now at Meta. She previously spent 8 years at Nintendo doing retail marketing and holds a degree from San Diego State University. Kelly Cowell has been promoted to the Senior Director of Creator XP Product and Opportunities at Twitch. She's a veteran at Twitch, starting off first as a Twitch partnered streamer, then joining Twitch back in 2016, doing partnerships and business development. She will be focusing on programs to help creators and to operationalize the creator experience globally, and she holds an honors degree from Shattuck St. Mary's. Beth Bryson has been promoted to Overwatch Brand Manager at Blizzard Entertainment. She was previously an Associate Operations Manager on the Creative Marketing and Product team before promotion, and she worked at CBS and Marvel in the past doing guest relations, operations, and project management. She holds a degree from Snow College. Tencent laid off 5,500 employees. This comes after their announcement of its first ever quarterly decline last week, and this represents a 4.7% layoff of their workforce. And while it's unknown where these cuts were, I'm assuming one of them can definitely be from gaming, given how tight the Chinese government has been with Tencent on releasing games in China recently. As far as new stuff goes, Erin Ashley Simon has expanded her esports internship fund. She has further partnered with the University of Kentucky and expanded her fund to $5,000 with XSET, where she's the Chief Culture Officer. The fund will offer a multi-year internship as well as other pathways for working in gaming and esports. The art product and game dev studio Room 8 have revealed their mobile games division Solid Bash. Solid Bash will operate across Canada, Romania, Poland, and Ukraine, and will be led by Matthew Zorn and Benjamin Troy Drysdale. Evil Geniuses have signed a new female CSGO roster. EG points to this signing and other signings of women in esports as a show of support for women in esports, which is a great initiative. They will scrim with their other CSGO players and teams and all be located in the EG HQ in Seattle. This roster includes Piggy Kiki, Kiara, Empathy, Jessicas, Garden, and Onter, and they will be competing in the ESL Impact Tournament, which is an all-women CSGO tournament with a $500,000 prize pool. That's it for this week in esports and gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Credit to the authors and brands themselves for the images provided, and once again, shout out to James Fudge for providing a lot of information on the People on the Move newsletter. If you enjoy that, please go support him down below. And as always, everybody, have a great day.